Hello and welcome to Safe Secure Surfing's review of NordVPN versus private internet access. In this video we're going to be comparing NordVPN against private internet access. We're going to be looking at 8 different metrics. We're going to compare customer service, pricing, payment, privacy, some speed test results, IP location tests, the different platforms that are supported by both VPN services, and then finally a DNS leak. So without any further ado, let's begin. So let's begin by looking at customer service. NordVPN offers real-time chat options as well as forums and some presence on social media. You can look at their Facebook and Twitter feeds and ask them questions. Private internet access offers some email form support as well as a fairly large compendium of question and answer forms that are available on their website. Since NordVPN offers the real-time chat option as well as some more immediate contact, they receive a better rating here than private internet access does. That being said, both NordVPN and private internet access answered all the questions that I had. I just found that NordVPN service was much more prompt. So next up is pricing. We're going to compare NordVPN versus private internet access. This is one of the most important areas in my mind. You want to see what you're getting for what you're paying for. So in this comparison, private internet access outshines NordVPN by a considerable margin. So their monthly price is about 42% cheaper than NordVPN's. Their semi-annual one, the difference drops to fairly close. It's only 6% difference. The annual difference rises back up to 42% again. And then NordVPN offers a biannual service, which private internet access does not. So I just took the annual fee and extended it to 24 months instead of 12 for private internet access. And in this one, they're 17% cheaper than NordVPN. Since private internet access is cheaper than NordVPN in all 4 categories, and significantly cheaper in both the monthly and the annual categories, they outperform NordVPN by a wide margin here. So when we're comparing both NordVPN and private internet access here, we also should take a look at their money-back guarantees. NordVPN offers a 30-day money-back guarantee, whereas private internet access's money-back guarantee is 7 days. What NordVPN also does offer is a 3-day free trial where you can try out their service. You set up an account, but you don't have to give any payment information in advance, so they can't bill you until you decide if you like their service or not. They will send you some reminder emails saying that you've reached the end of your free trial, but it's up to you to proceed with that. But even in light of this area where NordVPN does shine a little bit better than private internet access, their difference in price is significant enough that this one goes to private internet access for having a much better pricing option. Alright, so next we're going to take a look at NordVPN and private internet access payment options. Both of them have relatively standard payment options in what I term the big 5. These are Visa, MasterCard, American Express, Bitcoin, and PayPal. So you can pay for your services with any one of those 5 options. They both offer alternative options as well. Kind of the key one being you can purchase gift cards from different stores, so something like a Subway or a Target or things like that, and you can use that to pay for your VPN service. One of the downsides of paying for it this way is that you aren't able to get a recurring billing payment, so the onus is on you to remember to pay it up either monthly, semi-annually, or annually, depending on what your billing cycle is. What NordVPN offers to give it a slight advantage over private internet access is a referral program. So you can earn credit towards your VPN service payments. So if you refer family or friends or associates at work or things like that, you can earn a small commission that will be applied to your next billing cycle. So because of this one area where private internet access doesn't have a referral program, we give a slight advantage to NordVPN on this ranking. So our next stop is we're going to take a look at the privacy settings and the options that NordVPN and private internet access offers. So first going to take a look at the number of servers and countries. NordVPN offers 951 servers in 57 different countries, whereas PIA offers greater than 3,200 servers in 25 countries. So the number of servers and then the number of countries are kind of flipped here. So private internet access has more servers in fewer countries than NordVPN, which has fewer servers but is present in more countries. So next we'll take a quick look at the encryption that both NordVPN and PIA use, as well as the following protocols. So they both use a 256-bit encryption. NordVPN uses AES, whereas private internet access uses HMAC using secure hash algorithm. So the protocols that they offer, they both use the same ones using PPTP, OpenVPN, and L2TP /IPsec. NordVPN uses an additional one with IKEV2 /IPsec. The real distinction herein lies where NordVPN's strength is. They offer a bunch of different VPN options, including double VPN, onion over VPN, ultra-fast TV, and anti-DDoS VPN services, to name a few of them. So because of all of these extra options that NordVPN has that private internet access doesn't, it gives them a clear and distinct advantage over private internet access access when it comes to privacy settings and options available. So we're going to move right along and take a look at the speed test results. So when we're doing this, we use three different websites: speedtest.net, speedtest.org, and speakeasy.net/speedtest. In this one, we take a look at the before and after results of VPN service being launched. So we'll take a look at the average results and then compare them to see how much of a difference that they caused as far as drops in speed were concerned. So NordVPN had an average download speed of 773 megabits per second and an upload speed of 1.20 megabits per second before it was launched. After it was finished, after NordVPN was launched, it dropped down to 7.51 megabits per second, and the upload speed dropped down to 1.19 megabits per second. So this was a difference of 0.22 megabits per second for the download speed and a reduction of 0.01 megabits per second, so basically nothing for an upload speed reduction. Private internet access had an upload speed of 1.15 before it was launched and a download speed of 6.90 megabits per second. After private internet access was launched, it dropped down to 6.31 megabits per second for the download speed and an upload speed of 1.08. So they had a difference of 0.59 megabits per second drop in their download speeds and 0.07 megabits per second. So since NordVPN had a smaller drop in both their download speeds and their upload speeds, they outperformed private internet access on this metric. Okay, so next we're going to see how well the IP location works. So when I select the server in, say, Australia, I basically want to make sure that it's broadcasting from Australia. So we took a look at both NordVPN and private internet access on this one. Went to the website iplocation.net, and this website is an aggregate site that has 5 different IP location websites that it draws from, so you're actually checking 5 different websites simultaneously. We kind of went around the globe in 4 or 5 different locations. We picked something from the northern hemisphere, the western hemisphere, the eastern hemisphere, and the southern hemisphere. So for instance, we probably picked Australia or New Zealand in the southern hemisphere, and someplace over in Southeast Asia for the eastern hemisphere, someplace in Europe for the northern hemisphere, and the western hemisphere we picked Canada, the USA, something like that. So when doing this, both NordVPN and private internet access fared pretty well. 3 of the 4 locations showed consistency with the server that I chose broadcasting from that country or region in the country. NordVPN did have one where I selected Australia and it showed that they were broadcasting from the UK, and private internet access had one that said I was broadcasting from, I chose California, but it said that we were broadcasting from Florida. So neither one of them has an advantage here, and they both fared relatively well. So moving on to the different platforms that are supported or operating systems that are supported. Both NordVPN and private internet access support the same ones in Windows, iOS, Linux, Android, and Mac OS. Where they differ though is NordVPN offers additional support to BlackBerry. So because of this, a little bit of an extra offering that NordVPN has, they get the ranking here for platform support. Okay, so for our last and final metric, we're going to take a look at the DNS Leak Test results that we had. So both NordVPN and private internet access were tested for a leak test. So we took a look at the computer before it was turned on and after the VPN service was turned on. We used 3 websites: dnsleaktest.com, dnsleak.com, and dns-leak.com. So as would be expected, before the servers were launched with both NordVPN and private internet access, they were showing a DNS leak, and we had a number of servers detected. NordVPN had between 4 or 5, and private internet access had between 3 to 4. So after we launched the VPN service, both of them showed no DNS leaks, and they were both showed only one server being detected. So we said that we were broadcasting from Australia, for instance. That was the server that we selected, and that's what it was showing. It was only showing one server being detected. So in light of this, there was no clear winner on this. They both fared similar and exceptionally well here. So we'll move on to our conclusion. Okay, so with all that being said, let's come back and we'll do a quick summary. NordVPN outperformed private internet access in the following categories: customer service, payment options, privacy, speed, platform supported. Private internet access outperformed NordVPN in pricing. Where the 2 of them fared about the same was in the IP location test as well as the DNS leak test. So it looks like NordVPN handily outperformed private internet access here, but it should be noted that private internet access only fared slightly worse than NordVPN in the following 3 categories: payment options, speed tests, and platform supported. So it looks like an overwhelming win for NordVPN, and they did outperform private internet access, but 3 of these categories were very close, and with some adjustments in the future, private internet access could easily surpass NordVPN on these categories. So with all of that being said, Safe Secure Surfing recommends NordVPN over private internet access. Thanks so much for watching the video today. If you have any questions or comments, please feel free to leave them down in the comments below, and we wish you a great day. Thank you.